welcome to Survivor Thoughts, right? Like we're gonna
Yeah,
do this, Lisa. We're gonna
exciting.
break down the Survivor. We're gonna break down its cast members. What else are
hmm
we doing? And all that.
yeah, just everything in each episode. We'll talk about it.
Yep.
And
And we're gonna judge it harshly.
yes, I already have many thoughts.
I know. I have so many thoughts. Well, I'm Gina,
And I'm Lisa.
and here we go. Today we're doing the premiere episode of Survivor.
Yay.
It was on Thursday, September 19th. Did you watch it live by chance?
I didn't watch it live, but I caught up the next day. So,
I watched it live
yes.
and it was long. It was long.
Yeah.
I had to rewatch it because I was losing in the commercials just got
Yeah,
I couldn't stick with the commercials.
it's true. I
Like,
actually watched it in two chunks because, the commercials are so much. So,
yeah, well, with my Paramount, I don't watch the commercials the second time it plays. Only
oh,
during live. So that's
okay.
are you watching it on Paramount?
Yeah, but I don't have the ad-free one, so I
Okay.
could always just upgrade to that. Or I'm gonna watch it live though this week. So
So
yeah.
it doesn't matter. You're still gonna get
Yeah.
commercials. Yeah.
But then we can always live chat our thoughts to each other at the moment when we're
That's true.
watching.
Hmm.
That's good.
That's always fun too, to make little
Yeah.
notes about. Anyway, so okay. It was so long. Did you see that like beginning where they're all standing in the three tribes and Jeff goes on his little tangent about community and everything's about community? I'm like, hasn't it always been about community? Like this
Yeah.
isn't a new concept, but he's making it
No.
like out to be like such a new concept. Like
Yeah,
it's like it's unhinged. It's new. It's a community. No, it's
I
always
know.
been a freaking community, Jeff. Like
I know. I feel like as the show has evolved, even in the last like 5 or so years of the show, they've gotten more like almost like a little pandery to people
mhm.
in a way, instead of just like hard ass like survive. They're like, wow, we have all these special people and blah blah blah. So
Yeah. Oh, you're not
I'm like,
alone. There's
okay.
cameras everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, we
Yeah,
know.
we
Like,
know, Jeff. That's what TV is.
yeah, like
So
it's so
funny.
I thought it was just so like unnecessary. He always has
Yeah.
to have his little 2 cents, his little like 5 minutes of fame in the
Yeah,
beginning, like because he's Jeff,
right.
which Jeff is great.
Yeah.
He's great,
And he gets
but
his moment on an abandoned beach and they zoom out and he's like,
mhm.
"Survivor." So,
Maybe they have to just make up for it because he doesn't get to ride off on a jet ski anymore
yeah,
with
forgot
all the
about that.
votes.
Yes.
I miss that. I
Amazing.
miss that so much.
That's so funny.
They need to bring that back.
Yeah. And I feel like it's only, I mean, it hasn't been that long since the last Survivor season, but I already just forgot like little things about it. Like, just, I don't know. It's like funny how you forget. But when they were all lined up in their three groups, I
Uh-huh.
immediately was like, just because, they give a little mini intro of themselves. And based on that, there were some people that I was like, oh, I like you or I don't like you. And already by the end of the episode, like all of my opinions changed from that beginning.
I know they
But
always have to fluff it up. How do
yeah.
you think they create those already made tribes? Because that's what Matt and I were talking about.
How do they
We're
sort them
like,
into the
yeah,
tribes?
how do they make sure it's even?
Even in numbers?
Even well, no, like that's
Oh.
like even in strength. Like so, one
Oh,
side.
right,
I mean, I
right.
guess you don't really know.
They might try. Well, because it's hard because some episodes or some seasons they all roll up and then they pick random buffs. So that's like very
Hmm.
random.
Yeah,
So yeah, you're right. I guess with this season they were already separated. So
yeah, and already
maybe
in
they
their
just try
little.
to do even boys, even girls, or
We noticed that they did do that.
yeah,
Well, Matt noticed. I'm like, it was just
right.
interesting. Like, how do they figure that out? But I guess they figure it out, and we're
I
here.
don't know. I feel like every season they're trying to make things new and different, but it's always basically
Yeah,
the same, but it's still entertaining.
yeah.
So, but that first challenge that they
The
jumped
mud.
into,
Hmm.
yeah, was interesting
I
because,
noticed. I
yeah,
noticed that they made the mud pits, like the little thing you have to dive underneath,
yeah,
a lot taller. Because
they
remember
did the last guy and he just
that one,
bashed his face.
he freaking like endoed deep into that pole. He
Yeah,
was seeing stars for sure.
That was rough.
Was and then he was off that day and he came back the next day. What
Mm.
was his name again? That black guy.
Yeah, let me look him
And
up.
everyone was like, the next episode was like, you've already been here before. Like you're old news.
Yeah, yeah. What was
Like,
his
and
name? Let me
he did
see.
think he was the
Oh,
hottest shit.
Bruce.
Ah,
It was
Bruce, yeah.
Bruce.
The hottest
Season
shit.
44. Yeah.
Mhm. Well, we don't have any more. We don't have any cast members that are returning. These are all new,
Right, right. Which is
which
kind of
is,
nice.
yeah, which I like.
Yeah.
It's fresh, it's different.
Yeah. And it
So,
also means you don't know how anyone actually is. So everyone's a mystery, basically.
yeah, and we get to see them
Um,
unravel into themselves.
yeah. And
Just
oh,
like Andy.
does it already happen? Yeah. I'm like, that
Yeah.
didn't take long.
No, we're gonna go right into
Yeah.
characters now because
Okay.
so I clicked on that link in our show
Yeah.
notes and I'm just gonna look at their
Mhm.
face because it helps me remember them. But I made a couple
Oh, yeah.
notes. Literally, I think Andy has some mental health issues that I'm surprised that they let him on.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's funny because actually he was one of the people when they first were in there, they first rolled up on the beach that I was like, oh, I really like him. He seems like positive and fun. And then, yeah, like that first night when he pulled,
What was her
what's her
name?
name? Where's her picture?
Rachel.
Rachel. Yeah, he pulls her aside and he's like, we gotta talk. And she's like, I don't want to talk to you. And from that moment, I was like, oh man, like,
Well, yeah, well, before that, the day they were like carrying a bamboo or whatever.
all
And
right.
he goes, hey, like, we should have like yoga and chit chats every morning. And she's like,
Yeah.
I am not going to wake up with you
Yeah.
early without everyone and have a chit chat with you.
Yeah, like what
Like,
is this
that's
for
so
bed?
suspicious.
Yeah, it was
Like,
weird.
oh, and
I'm
then,
like, this isn't sleepover camp, it's Survivor.
yeah, this isn't camp, bro. But he was also the one that was talking to John,
Mhm.
the one that got,
Yeah,
and he was the one that said, oh, I'm bi, like just
I know.
randomly.
That was the whole thing. He's like, I'm bi, I'm gay. I'm like, that's like the one thing with Survivor. It's like that's what it's all about now. You gotta have
You got to have your little niche.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
like, okay,
I
but can
was,
you play the game? That's what we care about here.
and honestly, no, he can't. He's
Yeah,
freaking out way more than he
I
needs to
know.
be.
It's
God.
true.
Well, they were
Yeah.
saying, I was listening or reading Reddit or something, and they were saying, like, yeah, he's the one who did just blurt out that he was bi, but they're like, well, maybe it was gameplay because maybe he thought John was gay and like they could connect in that way.
Maybe.
I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe. I mean, he did write speeches for the gayest people on earth.
So true. I know when he was
God.
saying that, I was like, ugh.
Ugh, get out of
I
here. I
worked
don't
for
want to.
Hillary Clinton in the 90s. I'm like, how old were you? But
I know, right? Well, I guess he's only 40, but yeah, like he was like, what,
yeah.
20?
Yeah, yeah, he
This is his
must have
first
just
job.
been an
Did
adult.
he go to
Yeah.
Epstein Island? Did they find him there?
He's like,
He
I was
must have been a
recruited
12-year
straight
old.
from Epstein Island.
They taught me how to read and write.
That was my first island experience.
Yeah. That's probably why he's out. He's like, nah, he's going to talk too much. We got to get him out.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I mean, I don't want to like jump ahead too much, but
No, definitely not.
yeah, I was just gonna, I don't want to jump ahead to the end
Just
yet,
jump
but
ahead.
I
We're
have
talking about
lots of thoughts.
characters.
Okay, well, I will say that I was shocked that he ended up getting removed or voted out because the way that Andy acted at that immunity challenge, and then he just, first of all, it's like that
Yeah.
whole challenge was so funny because like the immediately as soon as the yellow team takes off in their little boats and they're
Yeah.
just like
I
like
know.
no one has ever paddled or seen a paddle or knows what a paddle is on the
I know.
whole team. I was like, what's going on here? And then yeah, they're capsizing and it's the whole thing. And then as soon as they finally get to the beach to do the puzzle, Andy's just like he just lays down on the beach and you're like, okay, this happens sometimes. People kind of pass out during the games. But then Jeff's like, hey, are you okay? Do you need anything? And he's like, I need everything, Jeff. And he
I
like kicks his
know.
legs. And I was like, ew.
Yeah, it
So like
was
that
right.
was so embarrassing. And I was just like, oh. And anyways, and they end up like doing really like better in the challenge considering how behind they were. But um yeah, it was just so like cringy. And then when he gives his little speech about like, well, I'm like, are you just saying all the things you were supposed to keep in your head? Like
Yeah, I
what's happening
know.
right now? He's like, I was
Yeah.
gonna put him under the bus and then I was gonna do this. anyways, I just thought because of all of that, that he would definitely just like easy like get rid of him.
Right? I did
And
too.
I didn't consider the fact that they just wanted him for his muscles, which
But he just laid on the
I know,
ground. Like
which I'm like, he's not even, he can't even
he's
like get through a
mentally,
whole thing. So he's weak.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
And he'll blow
I
up
was
your
really,
game.
I was really surprised by that move.
I
So
was too.
I don't
I
know.
I at the end I'm like it all happened so quickly. All of a sudden there goes John with his little one-liner. The
Yeah.
most perfect episode. One
Yeah.
just okay, speechwriter.
I
You did it.
know.
You
One
did it. You did
beautiful
one
and
perfect
glorious
episode.
episode. Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah, but I think he like Andy when he was laying on the floor and like doing all that shabab, I think he was
Hmm.
trying to stop the competition. Like he
Really?
faked I
Oh,
think he was
okay.
trying to like stop it and like get all this attention and like try to get because like when Bruce got hurt and he was like dead.
Right.
They stopped
Totally.
the
And that was like a
competition
real injury.
and then he got to go, yeah, we're gonna go
Yeah.
again or whatever. It was really played
Yeah.
off,
Yeah.
but I feel like he would like faked his little episode and to try to stop the
Yeah.
competition
To get them like,
because his team wasn't doing so hot. And
right.
he knew that if his team goes tribal, he's on the chopping block
Right.
because he already thinks, oh, no one likes me because they don't clap for me when I open up
Mhm.
a freaking coconut.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that comment made me laugh. He's like, they clapped for John, they didn't clap for me when I opened a coconut. I was like, what am I listening to right now?
Like, what is, are
That
you a
was so
first grader?
funny. Yeah,
I
I was like,
know.
what? Oh, and then I was just shocked even at the way the team reacted to him because they were all because I was just like but
Yeah,
the team was like, no, you like do a great job.
it's
And
all
like
in your
and I
head.
was like, get this guy out of here. What the heck? What
It
is everyone
technically is all in his
doing?
head.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know. I thought he was a goner. I was like, oh, here
yeah.
we go. But then, no, it was John who apparently they decided
Yeah.
was more of a mental threat to
I
get out
also
earlier
I
than
feel
is
like
later.
we really didn't get to see hardly anything of the blue team,
Yeah.
like at
Honestly, some of
all.
these people, I'm like, I don't even know like, did you even talk this
Yeah.
episode?
Like Kyle, I love Kyle. I don't even know
Yeah.
him, but he's the
Yes.
one I want to see more of because I just liked him immediately and he just
Yes.
seems like very normal and
Hmm.
cool and like not dramatic and
Just
whatever.
like someone
So,
we would go to high school with. In my notes, it says
yeah.
probably MAGA.
Yes, I saw that. So, yeah.
Because he just like a working blue class guy with a
Yeah.
wife and a baby and just normal.
Yeah, I
And
know.
yeah, I liked Kyle. I want to see more of him. Caroline, I have nothing next to her. This blonde girl, no
Hmm.
idea. Didn't
Yeah, I
see
don't know much about her yet.
Caroline. Yeah, the strategy consultant. She's on
Yeah.
Tiku.
Yeah.
And then who else? Tyann. What is that one? What is she? She's at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she is on the blue team as well.
Yeah, she's the Hawaiian.
Yeah,
Tiana.
yeah.
Tiana,
Hmm.
I think. Shit, I don't
Yes.
know. Yeah, she's like, I'm the first Hawaiian. I'm like, who cares?
I know. I'm like,
Like,
yeah, that's my thing with this show nowadays is like everything has to be. And I also think it's kind of silly when people are like, well, I'm gay, which gives me an advantage in the game. I'm like, it doesn't though.
it
Like,
doesn't.
what are you talking about?
Like,
Or they just like any little thing, it's like, well, I was born with a bald head, which made me struggle in life, and I think that's gonna give me an advantage in the game. I'm just like, just
no
play,
one
okay? Like, stop
cares.
talking.
Just be a decent human. Just
I
be
know
nice and
exactly.
don't be a bitch.
I usually judge people the most on how much they talk before the game even starts. Like
Hmm.
the one guy, what's his name? Gabe. He's on blue team.
Yes.
But he just like talked so much crap like from the beginning. I was like,
Oh, he just thought he was
okay. Yeah. He's
the
like, I'm amazing. And
well,
I
he's the
forget
one
if
who likes the old people.
that's right. And was he the one who was trying to shake the key off of the
Yeah.
vine? Yeah.
Yeah. And hide it from TK, that black guy,
Yes. Yes.
and did an awful job. But actually, who
Right.
did a more awful job was the other black guy who got into that
Yeah.
well and just like
Yeah.
walked off like a like
I
and Matt's
know.
like he
And
could have
didn't
just poured
acknowledge
water on
it.
his head and just like walked it
Yeah.
off. No one was I mean, they
Right.
were kind of because he's freaking
Right.
suspicious.
Yeah.
He did. Oh, I'm like, God, these guys are stupid.
I
Like,
know. He just
just
like looked
act.
at them and then he's like, and like scuttles off into the forest.
Yeah. And then Gabe is the one that dropped the box that went all the way down the mountain and made
Yeah.
that huge sound.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. I love how it's a box within a box within a
I
box within a
know.
box. I'm
And
like, yes.
was he the one with the he was had to break that log, like throw it on the ground a million times to get that key out of it? He was
I
like
think
chucking the
so.
driftwood and like I'm like, you're
Yeah,
making such a ruckus over
I
here.
know. Or
But
that could have been the other black guy, but Gabe is the one that
oh,
dropped it
okay.
down the hill. It's hilarious. It's like, oh my gosh. Good
Yeah,
thing I would not like those hills. It would be hard to walk on.
I know. It's true.
I
But
have
I
not
did,
seen a rocky like set like that, like a beat.
yeah.
Like it's so rocky.
I thought it was kind of funny when TK and Aisha or yeah, Aisha, whatever, went
Uh-huh.
on there, they were like chosen or volunteered to go for that challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And she was gonna win. And then she literally was like, I don't know how to get back to the beach. And in my head, I was like, okay, I don't know how far inland you just ran, but like you can probably hear the ocean. You
Yeah.
can probably like figure it out pretty easy.
As long as you get
Like,
to the ocean and you can scan which way to go.
yeah,
There's
but
only
she was
two
like, I gotta
ways.
find the trail. I'm like, just go towards the ocean, however
Uh,
you need to. And then,
uh-huh.
and that's what the other guy did. He's like, he just like bushwhacked his way through. And then
Yeah.
I just thought it was so funny when he finally grabbed the thing and then she was like, like she's
I
trying to
know.
grab it
She
from
could
him.
have
I'm
grabbed
like,
that thing so hard. But
I
he
know.
told her to stop. He's like, get off of
Yeah.
this.
I'm like, he did
I'm
obviously
like,
grab it
fight,
before you. So just like, yeah, that's
fight.
true. Fight to the death.
Yes.
Oh
For
my
one
gosh.
knife, for one machete.
Right.
I don't even know what they were getting, like supplies for their tribe. Like, not
Yeah,
even anything.
yeah, it wasn't. And that challenge actually, I thought, because the last several seasons they've done those where like two people volunteer or get chosen, and the
Hmm.
challenges are super physical, like really hard.
Yeah.
When they
Or
had to
really
track the
mentally
coconuts.
hard,
Right,
like
right,
a
really
super
mentally
hard
hard.
puzzle. That one wasn't that
But
bad.
that one was just kind of like a little kitty treasure hunt, felt like.
Hmm. It was
But
about quickness because they were very close.
yeah, that's
If
true.
if Aisha had just gotten to the ocean, she would have won.
Yeah. Well, it's
Uh,
hard to find it, you know.
I guess. And then, well,
Not
he
that big.
couldn't find it in the ocean. It was right in front
Yeah,
of him.
I
Like,
know.
how do you not see that?
He only went out like 10 feet and he's like, where is it? I'm like, keep going, man. Look at the map and then just go straight out.
I know. They're very
Uh,
straightforward. They're very
yeah,
straightforward.
yeah.
Oh man, there's so many
Uh,
characters. What about Teeny? That little girl with the little pixie haircut.
yeah,
She looks kind of like Tinkerbell, but like
yes.
black hair
Yeah.
with
I don't know.
her.
I feel like I haven't learned much about her individually, but she's been
She's
in the like kind of groups of chatter.
she's getting her
So,
game everywhere. Like she's
yeah,
making sure everyone is good with her. She has a
yeah,
good social game, and
yeah.
I'm wondering if it will, bite her in the end, where people are going to notice, oh, she's good with everyone.
Right,
Everyone loves her, so we have to get rid of her because
right.
you don't keep those kind of people around.
At least not
So,
in the before the merge, because before the merge, you want to keep like useful people around,
mhm.
and then like the strong people or whatever, and then after, So yeah, it's kind of interesting, just because like that's why they kept Andy, and they probably shouldn't have, just because he's strong, but he's
I don't think they
not good
should.
at this game.
I mean, I guess like in the beginning of the game, before the merge, you want your tribe to win,
Yeah,
and so you do want to keep it kind of
yeah,
strong. But
yeah.
I didn't see any strength from this guy at all.
No, no. And I mean, yeah, the fact that he just like plopped down and he obviously wasn't
Ugh,
like really hurt. He was just kind of like throwing a little temper tantrum and kicking his
yeah,
legs at Jeff. So I was like,
yeah. Like who does
you just
that?
can't handle it. So
His job is an AI research assistant.
yeah,
What is that?
I don't know. Is he
AI research
researching?
assistant? Is he
Is
helping
he,
AI? Is
yeah,
he
right.
AI? That's
Maybe he
so
writes
weird.
like prompts for AI or something. I don't know. That is weird. Or maybe he's a researcher that uses AI to do his job for him.
Damn, I want that
Right.
job.
Yeah, right.
Oh
I
my
don't know what
gosh.
it means, but yeah, I'm like, I definitely like wanted to like him, but I'm like over him now. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude. And then there's Solomon, the Asian guy on, I think,
Yeah.
blue team, maybe
Yeah, I
red team.
think, well, what is
Um,
he on? It says Luvo, which is
oh, that's red. Is that red?
Lavo? Luvo? Wait, it's two different Luvo. Oh, yeah, it's red.
Red. Okay.
Lavo,
Um,
Luvo. And the blue is Tuku, and Gata is yellow. So he's
okay.
on the red, but I noticed him during that boat challenge because they won that boat challenge, that the red team thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he beast moded that. Like he pushed that boat all by himself up that ramp.
Yeah.
That's when Matt was like, "Oh, that guy's a beast." I'm
Yeah.
like,
He
"God
was
dang,
super
who is that
strong.
guy? He just came out of nowhere. Did he come from the jungle?"
I know,
Because he
right?
hasn't talked one word.
He's like a camera guy. He's like, I gotta get in on this.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, I want to see. I'm just hoping because I feel like they did focus so much on Yellow Team on this episode and all of their dumb drama. But
yeah,
I hope that in the next episode there's a lot more of the other teams and
more people
getting to know, yeah, the other people because we
like
don't really know anything
Sue,
about them.
the old lady.
Yeah, I
She's
know.
super strong too. Like on that first,
Yeah.
the first challenge, she was whipping it with that thing on her back. Like,
Yeah, I know. She was like a
and
badass.
but I think she's gonna be an emotional player.
Really?
Yeah, I think she's gonna
Huh,
like look into people too much. We'll see though. I don't think she's
maybe.
gonna be level headed.
I don't know. I was thinking I could see her being almost like a Sandra, where she's so like motherly and everyone just like finds comfort in her. And then she ends
Yeah,
up being like safe for a long time because of that, because everyone's like, oh, she's so nice.
yeah,
But
and
also Sandra,
harmless.
Sandra wasn't as threatening physically. So I don't know if that's a thing, but like after the merge, they might be
Yeah,
like, she's too strong. She's gonna win
yeah. It
challenges.
depends. We'll
But
see how they do with individual. We'll see how long she goes. I'm excited to see her play though.
yeah.
Her and Teeny. I also like this TK guy, the guy that looks like a football player. What
Yeah.
is
With his
what
little
is
giant bun on top.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tiana, I don't know. Kind of boring.
Yeah, I didn't
Sierra, who's this
hear
blonde
much from
chick?
her.
Sierra. Like
Yeah, she's
she's on the red
red
Gata.
team.
No, she's not on
No,
the red
she's
team.
yellow. Yeah,
Okay.
she's yellow. She's with Annika and Rachel and then Andy, that whole team.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Keyshawn is also Gata. Um,
Keyshawn, the girl.
no, it's the guy with the glasses. He's like a doctor.
Oh yeah, the ER nurse. Yeah, Kashan. Kashan?
Yeah,
Gosh, I'm
I
so
don't
bad with
know.
names.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
Um,
He's cool. He's the emergency room. We'll see. He hasn't had any airtime, so I have no
right,
idea.
right. So I
John
was kind
Lovett's
of,
gone.
I know.
Rome,
I was
Rome.
I was a little surprised that Annika that they were saying they wanted to get rid of her. Or they didn't really. I think they were all, before they voted, but they were like, we got to get rid of her, blah blah blah. I don't know
Oh,
why exactly. I think maybe they thought she was
bossy. She was the one who
bossy,
kind of bossed
but
him around, but
that's true. But
I kind
she
of,
is the one that got their camp set up and stuff. Like
yeah.
she was like, so I don't know,
She's
but
a marketing manager. She's a manager. She has to
mm,
micromanage everything.
yeah.
She can't help it.
Yeah, yeah.
She's only 26. She's
I know. I know who is, let's see. So it's her. Gabe is also 26. Sierra, the blonde girl, is 26. And then, oh, Sam, the sports reporter on Gada, he is only 24. I think
oh
oh,
really?
wait, no. And then
Yeah,
Teeny's
he's
only
24.
23. So actually, Teeny's the youngest one.
Okay.
Um, and then I think the oldest ones are Sue and Solomon.
Yeah. And everyone else
Um,
is like relative like 30s,
yeah,
like early 30s,
yeah. So.
late 20s.
And I don't,
I really like this Rachel girl with the
yeah, I like
glasses.
her. She's really
She's a
nice.
graphic designer.
Yeah. I don't think I've heard, or even, I don't even remember Genevieve. She must be on Blue Team or something, but I don't, like,
Yeah,
looking at her picture, I'm like, who
she's
is
on the red
that?
team.
Oh, is she?
She's on the
Okay.
red, yeah, and she really
Okay.
likes Rome for some reason.
Oh,
Like
okay.
she was like crushing hard on Rome. Like and I
Really?
yeah, for there's like one little bit on her.
Oh,
She's like, I really
okay.
like Rome and who else? What was it? There's another one. She was trying to like make a little alliance, but she's like kind of bashful about it. She just kind of smiles
Okay.
and laughs at everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
But she was like, I really like Rome. I just like feel good when I'm around him and da da da.
Mm,
And I'm like, oh,
get
it was one
around.
of her like little diaries, like little single diary ones, diary
Yeah,
room.
yeah.
So no one was listening to her but the cat or the
Right. The producer.
production. So
Yeah,
she was, I don't know. It's like, oh, it was just like really funny how she was acting. Like she was like has a little crush on him or something.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. So who do you think? Who is your favorite to win the game
The whole thing.
as of right now, besides John? Because
I
John can't
mean,
win.
I want Kyle to win just because
Okay.
I'm rooting for him, but I don't really know anything about him yet or his game or anything. So,
Yeah, it'd be cool if Kyle
um,
won.
I would say maybe like a top three I wouldn't mind seeing win would be Sue, Kyle, and Rachel,
Rachel. Which one's Rachel
the
again?
glasses that was
Oh
friends
yeah, I
with
liked
Andy.
Rachel.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting
What
all
do
their
you,
names. I need
so yeah, who's your top three that you'd like to see win?
There we go. Okay, well, I would like to see. Oh, this is a cool little picture. They're all different. It's like home
Yeah.
pictures, except for
Yeah.
Kyle's.
It's
Oh
probably their
no,
audition pictures or something.
something. I don't know. I do like Kyle
Hmm.
for personal reasons.
Yeah.
No.
I just think he's
Um,
hot. He's cute.
he's just yeah, he's really likable. He's really cute. I
Yeah.
mean, he's in our league, so
Yeah.
let me think. I don't know. So definitely him, but I kind of like I like TK, the black guy, the football player guy, and I actually kind of
Mhm.
like Teeny too.
Yeah.
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 But Kyle would be cool to win. If he can win beast mode during the merge when it merges,
Hmm.
he's got a good shot, especially if he's likable and he's
Yeah.
kind of like under the radar. I kind of
Yeah,
like
for sure.
Genevieve too because she's really cute and pretty and really friendly.
Yeah, I like Genevieve now that I remember who she is.
Mhm.
Um, it's just like so hard because once you've watched so many seasons, you just realize like it's so hard to judge from the beginning because so much happens or people are so different than you think
Mhm.
and
Yeah, and random things
oh,
happen.
yeah, I know. I'm like, well, okay, so I actually missed did this episode have a preview of the next episode at the end of it?
I missed that part.
Okay, if it did, I missed it. But
Yeah,
I
I
was
missed
gonna
that
say
part.
because I feel like oftentimes in the previews they're like showing all the drama to come.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious like what kinds of dramatic things might happen.
I
Um,
know.
actually, I wonder if there's an episode two preview we can watch together. Let
Ooh,
me
I don't
see.
know.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, so I would say my top three would be TK, Teeny, and Kyle.
Okay,
Right
nice.
now. Might change next episode. So
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens, but okay, I found a preview. If you want me to share my screen, we can watch it.
let's do it. We just watched that, what is it, the trailer for episode two, Survivor?
Yes. Yes.
And it looks like it's going to be an Andy show again.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, it's Andy is just getting all his freaking fame right now, isn't he?
Yeah. And it kind of
So,
looks like each team is going to have some kind of their own version of Andy
yeah.
because it looks like Rome is going to be pissing off the lava team, red
Uh-huh.
team, and Gabe is pissing off the blue team.
I love
So
it. I cannot wait for that.
yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. And then it looks like Andy reveals something big. Maybe it's probably nothing, but they edited it to seem like it was some big bomb that he
Probably.
dropped. But
It's gonna be he's by.
He's like, I'm gay.
Just kidding. I know. Oh yeah,
Who
we have to
knows?
celebrate it. Celebrate the gayness because that's what they want.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's what Survivor is all about.
It's about being gay. I
I
don't
am
even know.
excited though. I'm excited to see more of Jeff and his face, his ever-changing face. It's getting different
Well, I mean,
every
he
time I see
has
him.
to age a little bit. I mean,
Yeah,
he's got to be 60.
but he's definitely gotten some Botox or something.
Oh,
Like his little
heck.
cheeks, he's getting like that what's his name? The Britain's Got Talent guy. Um Cowell. What's his name? You know who anyways,
No.
that's what he looks like. That's
Yeah,
what he looks like.
he has a tight little face, doesn't he?
Yeah, a tight little face.
For how much sun he gets, too.
Oh my gosh, I know. I also was thinking, like, well, I mean, I guess the crew is always there and they're not like living off the land, but I mean, it must be kind of rough to be a crew member on the show too, even though they have like their hotel and all these things, like they're still out there in
But
the
then
heat
it,
and all that with everyone else.
yeah, but they get to probably go back to like some luxury resort and
Right, with the craft services
relax. And
table.
they probably have like three on, like they're on for 3 days and off for 3 days. So it's not like
Yeah,
every day. It's probably
right.
pretty nice and
That's
cushy.
true. And I think that they've bought their own island. Didn't Survivor like buy that
Part of
island?
Fiji, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, just for the show instead of
Mhm.
changing locations all the time.
I think that'd be a cool little document, like a documentary series to
Yeah,
watch,
I
like
know. I want to
the
know more of
making
the
of
background.
Survivor.
Yeah, I'm
It's
shocked
so
they haven't
cool.
done it yet.
I know.
I think the only thing I kind of learned about a while back was I forget what they call it, but when you're on the jury and then you're staying in the hotel, like
Hmm.
um I forget the name, but
Of
they
where they
call it,
are,
yeah,
like
they
a
call it like a little, like the grotto or some, they have some name for it. And then
cabana or something like
everyone
that.
gets to hang out there. I'm like,
That's
that would actually be kind of fun.
Yeah, like my goal wouldn't be to win, it'd be to make it to jury and then just
Yeah.
hang out in jury.
Yeah, exactly. I always think that too. I'm like, as long as I could just get to that point and then just like have like a free vacation basically,
In my own
then
bed.
yes.
Hopefully. God.
Oh my gosh. I could never be on the show because I would die of no sleep. Like I couldn't sleep at all. I'm sure I would just shrivel up.
I think that would be the hardest thing is sleeping.
Yeah.
Like that would be brutal, brutal,
Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah.
Like the food and stuff. Ew. And I just thought of Rome getting
Mhm.
into the water well.
Yeah, and
Nah.
also I was thinking about that when he did that because I'm like, obviously that's not a real well. It's just like a thing they stuck there and they pour water in, I guess. Because yeah,
Oh, I
right? I
guess.
would think
Yeah,
because he
I
couldn't have reached the
guess.
bottom if it was like a real well.
It might be like a spring well, like where
Yeah,
water
maybe.
collects from the mountaintop
That's
and
true.
and
Yeah.
it's just like a little basin for it to collect and not evaporate. But
I was like
ew,
picturing the
his
crew
whole
like dumping those
head's
big blue water bottles in there.
a bunch of
Yeah.
Aquafinas.
Yeah, yeah. A bunch of Fiji waters.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Fiji. But yeah, I was like, oh, don't get all like in the water.
I
But I guess they
know.
boil it anyways, so whatever.
Hopefully. Sometimes they put it right into their little
Yeah.
water canteen.
Yeah. I feel kind of bad sometimes because I do judge people when they're looking for idols. I'm like, you're doing the wrong thing or you're looking in the wrong place. And then sometimes they are right. Like when he was supposed to pour the water on the driftwood, I was
Uh-huh.
like, shouldn't you be on the beach where the driftwood is? But then he just found it in the forest. So I was like,
I
oh.
know. How did they do that? Like, I guess like maybe some wax
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, I don't know. It was kind
Like,
of cool though,
yeah.
whatever it
They're getting
was.
creative with that.
Yeah.
And the whole box, the beware advantage is always a beware advantage.
Mhm.
Always. And they just don't think about it anymore. But
Yeah.
I'm excited for the
But
next week, Thursday, coming up hot. Gosh, it's already
yeah,
Monday.
I know, me too. It's gonna be so it's Thursday nights at 8, right?
Yeah, Thursday nights at
Okay.
8.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it live this time so
Hmm.
I can be in the know and I don't have to
Yeah.
avoid spoilers.
Yeah, that's true. Reddit's bad for spoilers.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
So,
But
which Reddits are you a part of to get info? Are you in
I'm
the
actually
spoiled
not
survivor?
a part of any Reddits.
I'm just on the regular Survivor one.
Okay. I just randomly will Google stuff and look at Reddit threads, but I haven't been like real following a specific one.
Do you have a Reddit account? Like your
I
own
don't
Reddit account?
know. I honestly might, and it's really old and I don't remember anymore, but I
No.
probably
Usually
just need
it's
to make a new one.
yeah, it's usually just linked to your Google account.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I should make one because I'm always on there creeping.
Great. I know. I know you
Reading.
are.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, it was a
Yeah.
good one. I'm excited for next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, me too. I think it's going to be even better because now we're like a little familiar with everybody and now we can hopefully speculate more on what's going on. What tribe do you think is going to go to council next week?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a toss up. It could be any of
Yeah.
them. I'm gonna go just because I'm gonna say blue.
Okay.
This would be my guess.
I was going to say yellow again because I think they're going to implode.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I should be more positive,
And
but
they're down a player too.
they're down a player and I do feel like I don't remember who did the puzzle when they had the boat challenge.
Hmm.
Was it the girls that did the puzzle?
Oh, on the first puzzle?
Yeah, or either of them. I don't
The
remember who
first
was
puzzle was
doing
done by the red team because they won that very first
Okay.
challenge and they rocked it at that puzzle.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I was too busy focusing on Andy during that
Yeah.
one puzzle challenge. I'm like,
I
what is he
know.
doing?
I
Oh
know
my
I was
gosh, he's
too.
faking it. He's faking it. What
I'm
a
just like
faker.
wondering if by getting rid of John, they've gotten rid of a good like puzzly guy, but I'm not
Mhm.
sure. So we'll see. But I do feel like anytime a team is down one, like they're just already at such a disadvantage and like morale is low. And if
Better.
it shows true that in this next episode, Andy's just like ruining everyone's day, then they're going to be like just like probably grouchy and like not in a good head space. So who knows what could
Well,
happen?
who knows? I'm excited.
Gonna
And
turn into
then
Lord of the Flies.
what was that one tagline she said? It's like a clingy ex-boyfriend or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
She called him a clean. Was it Rachel that said that, I think?
I thought it was Annika.
Oh, no, you're right. I think it
Yeah.
was. So I wonder, I don't know, because Andy's been very clingy to Rachel in the beginning. He was like,
Maybe he's starting to cling to Annika too. Or
so
maybe
maybe.
she's like in the middle of it and like watching it all.
Right,
I don't
right.
know.
Oh, I can't wait. I
I
can't wait to
know.
find out.
Right.
It's gonna be good. But this
Well,
is fun though.
yeah, it is fun. We're gonna have fun doing this.
Yeah.
Hopefully everyone else has fun watching it and listening to it
Yeah.
too.
If you want to do you want to do like, if you want to are you going to do a different Google sheet for each episode or just keep
Just
going on the same
yeah,
sheet?
we can just keep going on the same
Okay.
one.
Because
Because that
then
way when
maybe when
we
I'm like watching it live, I'll add a few like as I think
yeah.
of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll do that too. Because I can have that on my phone.
Oh yeah, totally.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. I'm
Cool.
excited.
Me too. Well,
Yay.
bye, my clingy ex-girlfriend.
I miss you.